All right, welcome to the weekly beginning market analysis for 28 March. What we're going to be doing tonight is going over setups that we see happening this week. And then, as always, we'll be updating you every night, same time, uh, Monday through Thursday. All right, first pair we're going to go over is going to be EU. Zoom out a little bit. As you can see on EU, the 4-hour time frame, we have a sun here. TDI is at the lower level line, just outside the bottom Bollinger Band. They came up, hit the 13 EMA, and are on their way back down. We'll go down to the 1-hour time frame. Now we've had 1, 2, 3 days of drop, right? That's where they issued the sun. You see TDI is outside of the Bollinger Band and at the low level here. And they came up Friday, right? Pinned the 50 EMA and then came down or was on their way down, right? They already let us know on Friday once they closed and gave us this M here that they were going to be doing their false move week beginning, which is coming down here to retest this low. That's their false move against the real trend, which is long. We know that because of the 1, 2, 3 days of drop, right? And the aggressive move, the pullback that they did to end the week and trap traders down here, right? With this move, and they basically moved sideways right here. All right, markets open. They came down. They're going to come back up tonight, either to come flush with the Asian range, which is this blue box, to be flush with it, or come up here and then drop, right, to come back and retest this low before taking off tomorrow. Does that make sense, Will?
Mm-hmm.
So every week, Sunday, Monday, expect false move week beginning, which is the a trap move against the real trend. All right, moving on to AU. It's essentially the same thing, right? We have a sun on the 4-hour time frame. Little sideways movement here. TDI is not outside the Bollinger Band. It's near the low level, but it was outside the Bollinger Band here, and they basically consolidated. That's why this sun is not outside of the Bollinger Band here, because it's already made the aggressive move down here, popped out, basically moved sideways here. It came up to end the week, that aggressive move, issued a star. We'll go down to the 1-hour time frame. Here we are again. Actually, this one goes further. So this is 1, 2. They came up and continued the trend. 3, 4 days. I wouldn't count that.
That's the same
4
level.
days of drop, right? And then basically moved sideways here, and then pulled up Friday. This was the reversal. Pulled up Friday and trapped the traders into here. Again, we're looking for false move week beginning. So this is going to be their false move. He's going to trap traders up here and then trap them down here and then pull up and take them out basically. Essentially the same thing as EU. All right, moving on to EC, the Euro Canadian dollar. We have a moon right here and a sun here. This is just a huge W on the 4-hour time frame. Right, this second leg is near the bottom Bollinger Band here, and this first leg is beyond the low level. Is actually down here near the extreme level. So we knew a reversal was coming. Right, they're coming back down here to retest. So we're expecting a second leg over here. We got our first leg, second leg here, and then we're looking for another second leg. It could come down here or up here or down here. It could end up being divergent like this one, right? But we're expecting price action to come back down here to this level. So this is what it will look like. This is the 1 hour time frame. Again, there's a lot of chopping right here, right? But essentially, first leg, second leg is what you've seen on the 4 hour. And then here's our first leg, waiting for second leg here. During the Asian session, they're already painting the high of the day. We're expecting them to come back down and retest this during London, this high. Drop down here. Again, false move, weak beginning, trap move against the real trend. All right, that's what we're expecting either tonight or tomorrow. They could consolidate, right? Drop, come back up into this range right here tomorrow, and then come back down again and take off. We'll see how they behave whenever they get down to this range right here, this low. All right, you have any questions?
No.
All right, let me pass. Oh, I don't need to pass it because you're right here. Damn. All right.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start off with GBP USD. All right. So last week, lot of missed opportunities due to being sick, but it's all good. Let's just take a quick recap and see what happened. All right. So Monday, we had our false move week beginning. Right. This is our false move week beginning right here. Okay. And then Monday into Tuesday, we got a big multi-session M. Right off the 800 and almost off this 50 EMA as well. And then we got our last 2 days of fall from this peak formation and from last week, right? So this is our peak formation from last week, right? We had our 1, 2, 3 days of our fall, right? And then we have they trap traders at the end of the week, starting off our W, right? So they trap traders back up, right? Because there's probably a bunch of people who got in down here, right? And then trapped them, not letting them book a profit, and make while they were holding in over the weekend. So, excuse me. So they trapped all of these. This is basically them trapping at the end of the week right here, all the way back up into the middle of the range, right? Pretty expected move. So now that we've got this peak formation here, right? We are looking for them to do false move week beginning, which they've already started short. So we expect this to come down. Going to be looking for a W during the London session. So going into the 15-minute chart, right? We're going to be looking for them to trade within this range right here. We've already got a nice, almost wavy pattern that I like to see going on in the Asian range, right? So it's already starting this nice pattern high of the day, low of the day. Just looking for them to kind of trade in here in that Asian range, and then give us a W during the London session coming out of the Asian session. So really good opportunity there. EG looking for buy opportunities here as well. Just to recap over the last week, excuse me, do that in 1 hour. We had our triple top here, 1, 2, 3 hits to the high, nice, beautiful triple top, coming off of this other peak formation. So they came off the peak formation to start the week, false move week beginning, right? And then, man, they were out of there that week. Look at that, right? And then they gave us our level 3 here, right? 1, 2, 3. And then they have given us one day, 2 days of fall, but this is actually level 3, right? It's not a full 3 days, and that's fine. It was only really two days of fall. But if you look in here, you can count the levels, right? 1, 2, and then 3. We're in level 3 right now, so we're looking for buy opportunities as well. So looking at the 15-minute chart, right, we're going to be looking for them to hopefully give us a better looking Asian range. This isn't really how I like it. It's not very, wavy like I like it. Like, you know what I mean? So like this, right? Just kind of waving in and out, trading within the range, right? And then giving us that pattern coming out of, Asian session into London. All right, GJ. Last week, just to recap again on this pair. Here we go. All right, so we got our false move week beginning, right? Long. And then they gave us 1, 2 more days of fall to complete that formation. This was our, this was our peak formation here, right? So this was a head and shoulders formation, right? So we had our first leg came up, and then right shoulder was right here. We had our first day of rise into level 1, right? This really was still level 1. This really isn't any movement. This is our level 2 and our level 3, and then we had our peak formation low, right? 1, 2, first leg, second leg, and they again trap traders into the end of the week, Friday, right? All the way back up towards the middle of that last week's range, or towards the middle of that last formation, right? Of that last move, right? This was about the middle of that last move. So we got they trapped the traders up here. We're looking for false move week beginning short, and then allowing us to take a W formation, hopefully sometime tonight, coming out of the Asian session, taking that long. All right. You know what? I take that back. We're going to be looking for shorts on this. Looking at the 4-hour chart, right? We could actually be going either way. So I'm going to change that to we could either take this long or short right now based off the 4-hour chart. We are currently in what would technically be, I don't know, level 3 if we really want to count these levels really like hard. But because this move doesn't paint a lot of pullbacks, right? My current bias is going to be that we're going to need to take this short, and that's really supported by the 4-hour chart because they're coming back up. You see this retest into this previous high, right there into that range. So we're looking for shorts there. That's probably where we need to be. Okay, so again, sorry I sound terrible. I didn't get a lot of trades out to you guys last week. I was pretty sick, so. We'll be back at it this week. I feel a lot better, even though I don't sound like it. You got anything else for me? All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow evening, 8:30 Central Standard Time. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message in the group chat. Outside of that, good night.